Hey everybody, it's All NASCAR 23. This diecast review will be on Jimmie Johnson's 2015 Lowe's Cobalt Tools number 48 Chevy. And I just finished the Jeff Gordon Drive to Hunger review not that long ago. This car I did prefer over the regular Lowe's paint scheme, the blue one. They had the wrong color blue on the other one. I mean, it was a little bit off. And a lot of people really weren't interested in that, and so and I personally choose to believe it's the mold, because this mold, the colors are they're oftentimes not always right. They're always a little bit off in one way or another, depending on the color. And I guess that was just one of them. And I like to picture all cars, all these, like this one, any of them, on this mold and on the old mold, and really be able to think and compare what would it be like and what would it look like. And some cars I do like on this mold better, but that's very few compared to the ones that I think would look better. It would look a lot better on that old mold, the EL mold. And so I think we'll be seeing less and less of that with the Cup Series cars as time goes on. But this paint scheme here, the blue one and the black one are pretty much the same, except for the blue and the black. The rest is pretty much the same thing, though. Focus in one more time there, see how good we can get. Okay. Come on, focus. 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 Doesn't want to focus. Anyway, I think you can see the scheme pretty well, at least from the sides. You have a black splitter, black front bumper. You can see there how the black goes about halfway up in the background of the hood, and then the top half is silver. Then over here you have that little black stripe coming up from the tire to the corner of the window there. You have a white stripe that comes up, or a thick white stripe, comes up and curves to a thin stripe. It goes out to and keeps going along until just under the B-pillar there. And then down below by the tire, under the B-pillar, you got a thick silver stripe that goes up just and cuts just past the 8 in the corner there, goes up just under the word Cobalt to the tire. Then under that, a little white stripe on the inside of that has the same shape in black up until the wheel for that. And that stripe, actually, that silver one there, goes all the way up, as you can see there, and back to the American Ethanol logo. And also the A and the top half of the C-pillar, also silver. The rest of the car is all black, pretty much. I do like this paint scheme, actually. I think these ones are still better than the other ones they had the last couple years, like with the solid color and those stripes on it. I think these look much better, in my opinion. Much more worth getting. So for the sponsors now, we have Johnson on the windshield as we focus him again. Let's try it. As in the last review, see, it focuses on the thing in the background. There we go. Johnson with the 2 Chevy logos, Lowe's on the hood. Move this down again. There we go. Chevrolet SS, number 48, Hendrick Motorsports. That logo looks like the whole thing's there to me, for the most part. Let's check again. Good enough. It looks like there's... Oh, hey. Another little minor decal error there. You wouldn't be able to see it from right here. But, Hendrick Motorsports here, Axalta, Bosch, Freightliner, and I think is that Hendrick Motorsports? I don't think that's another sponsor there, is it? No. Is this Milo's? And I don't know what is it supposed to say under that. It's so small I can never read it. Cobalt, Valvoline, Lowe's, American Ethanol logo. Valvoline, Cobalt, Chevy, SS. Another. I think that there is a little SS right there. It's kind of hard to see with the air pocket there and the decals or whatever it's supposed to be. I can't stand that. It's just and then you got number 48 right there. It's just the fact that it's a flat finish, the flat decals they use. That's, I think, why that happens. Something else with the decals. It bugs me, though. It shouldn't happen that way. That's a Cobalt on the deck lid, Cobalt on the roof sponsor. and this side is the same as the other. So I'd rate this car on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd give it probably 8.5 out of 10. The paint scheme's good. I think it does look okay on this mold. I don't think it's just that it's a flat finish scheme, you know, and the decals they put on it really kind of shows up. You can really see it, you know, the way they put them on isn't too great. I don't really like it, that part of it all that much as the diecast goes, but the paint scheme, I mean, the diecast overall, the look of it, I think really fits well. It's all pretty good, and I do like it in general. So 8.5 is my rating. And all, I think quality-wise, you know, I think that's going to be another thing that comes into play a little later on. Be quality-wise of this car, maybe like a 7-ish or something. So now for a 360 view of this car. This is the front, the left side. I just remembered something. I didn't give a 360 view in that Jeff Gordon review, first one of the year, and I already screwed up on that. Yippee. I think I spent enough time filming that thing, it doesn't really matter. I think I turned that car around enough times where you saw it plenty of times. If you go check that out, if you haven't already, go do that. And again, as you see here, this is my second review using those sponsor sheets back there because I don't have enough diecast to fill up my 10 car background. Usually you can only see 6, but I always fill it up with 10. So I'll be using anywhere between 6 and 10 of these in different reviews that I do in the future, because I don't know whether I'll start using that regular background like I do over here where I stack up the diecast, whether I'll do that starting with 6 cars or 10. I always do 10, but you know, because 2015, you know, brand new ones, I might stop with the sponsor sheets here after 6, and then I'll start using the diecast. I don't know what I'll do yet. We'll just have to see, because I have a lot of sponsor sheets that were made that I did, so I don't know if I'll use them all or not. But anyway, as you can see it back there, you have the primary sponsor, Cobalt. Well, it's technically Lowe's / Cobalt, I guess you could say. Then with the driver number on each side, associate sponsors on top, not very many. Then other Goodyear, Sunoco, Cup Series. Team, Hendrick Motorsports, manufacturer, Chevrolet. And that pretty much wraps up this review. I did give my rating, my opinion, and everything. 360 view took care of all that. So as always, remember to comment, like, and subscribe. This is NASCAR 23 saying thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.